Do you want to learn Python quickly and efficiently? This is a video for you, and please stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time watching my video, please subscribe not to miss any future videos. Thumbs up if you like my video. Please feel free to make any comments if you like. In this video, I will go over a brief introduction. What is a Python? Install Python, getting started, and run arithmetic operations. Then wrap up with a summary. Python is a script-based, objective-oriented, high-level computer programming language. There are three terminologies that you might not have heard before: script-based, objective-oriented, and high-level. You do not need to understand all at this moment, but I can briefly explain how the Python works. Python is an interpreter between human-readable script and machine code. The human-readable script is a collection of the Python commands as a text in English, and the machine code is a binary code, which is a collection of zeros and ones. Once you're done with the script writing, which considers as a Python programming, it translates into machine-readable code to execute in a computer. Python syntax is very simple, easy to learn, and the syntax is in line with how normal people think and speak in English. Another advantage is that Python supports free modules and packages which are still evolving. Also, it allows for developing your own codes for various applications such as scientific engineering computing, web development, and game programming, etc. Downside of the Python is slower computational time compared to low-level computer languages such as C and Fortran, but the easy syntax of Python overall increases the productivity of the programming project. Among a few different Python distributions, I will use Anaconda since it is easy to install Python, as well as a few key modules for scientific computing such as NumPy, SciPy, Matplotlib, and Integrated Development Environment, IDE for short, with a single installation. The easiest way to install is that you can Google it by typing Anaconda Python download in the search bar and hit OK. Then click the very top list. In the website, you can download Anaconda Individual Edition. You can download and run the installation file. Hit OK with the default setting. If successful, you should be able to see new icons in the Start menu. In Anaconda Navigator, you can see all the software installed in your computer. We will use Spyder, which is an IDE for this tutorial video. You can go to the Start menu to launch Spyder. When you launch Spyder, you can see the Spyder main window. In the main Spyder window, you have three sub-windows with a default window layout. If you have a different window layout, you can go to View in the menu bar on top and select the window layout and click the Spyder default layout to see the default layout. When you move your mouse point to the border, you can see the vertical bar with the two arrow-shaped mouse point, and it is ready to change the sub-window size. For now, I'm going to focus on the console window. To the right bottom corner, you have a IPython console window. The IPython stands for Interactive Python. In the top part of the command window, you have Python version. At the time of recording, the Python version that I use is a 3.8.11, but you might have a different version. In the console window, you can type Python commands and check the visual output. It shows a green in followed by a certain number with a square bracket and colon. And then you can see the blinking cursor. It means that the Python console is ready to take your commands. Since you can see the blinking cursor, you can type the example Python command. For example, you can type 2 plus 3 to calculate 2 plus 3. To execute 2 plus 3 command, you need to hit the enter to see the result, which is 5. You can revisit how to use the IPython console window later. In the bottom, you can find the History tab, and you can find the commands that you used before. Left upper corner, you have a large empty area called a script editor. You can type Python command and save it as a script file, then run the script. For example, you can display hit subscribe by using print hit subscribe and save it as a Python script file. This is nothing more than a text file, and I will save it as a ex1.py. py stands for the Python extension name. To run, you can hit the green arrow button, and then you can see the hit subscribe as a text in the Python console window. We will use the script editor for the Python script writing or Python programming in future. Right upper corner, you can see the sub window that you can access to the online manual, variable explorer, graphical result, and file browser. For now, those are pretty empty, and we'll revisit them later. Those are very useful for references on the Python commands and monitoring variables that you've been using during the Python programming, etc. Let's go back to the IPython console window to show some more detail how you can use the basic Python commands. The first command shows how to use a variable. The variable is a virtual storage space, numeric text information. You can simply come up with a variable name followed by the equal sign and expression. For example, I will use a variable name a and assign the numeric number 5 as a result of 2 plus 5. The expression that you will need to use is a equals 2 plus 3, and this expression calculates the 2 plus 3 and save it under the variable name a. We'll talk about the detail on the variables later, but in this video, you can simply think of it as a temporary storage space for the numerical data. When you hit the enter, you do not immediately see the data in the variable a, but you can use the built-in function print to display the data. To display data saved under the variable name, you can use print a to see 5. Alternatively, you can visit the variable explorer on top to see the content of the variable. In this case, we have 5 on the variable a. You can also reuse the variable that you created. For example, you can type b equals a plus 4 followed by print b to see the numeric number 9, which is 5 plus 4. Basically, the variable a is replaced by the numeric number 5. Probably, you already noticed that Python automatically creates a variable out to save the information. OUT stands for output, and it displays as a red color with a certain number with the square brackets. The number is an index, which is kind of position that the output saved under the output variable. 1 stands for the first set of data in the variable output. To pull up the data saved under OUT1, you can simply type OUT1 in the IPython console window. We'll talk about the detail on the variable later. Let's go over a few more example Python commands. You can use built-in function abs to calculate the absolute value of the certain number. When you type abs -1, you can see 1 for the result. This is the absolute value of -1. To find detailed information of given built-in function, you can use help followed by the built-in function name. For example, if you want to learn more about abs function, you can use help followed by the built-in function name.
For example, if you want to learn more about ABS function, type help ABS. You can see the functionality and syntax. Alternatively, you can type help parentheses in console window, and you can see help arrow symbol, and then type the function name that you want to see the details. To exit the help menu, you can type quit or Ctrl+C. Or you can go to the top sub window and click the help tab and type the ABS to see the manual. Python also supports basic arithmetic operators. In this table, A and B are the variables or numeric numbers. An arithmetic operator can be used between two variables or numbers. For addition, we use a plus sign. For subtraction, minus sign. For multiplication, we use a star sign, which is given in the above numeric number 8 in the keyboard. For exponentiation, you can use double star signs. Simply type 2 star signs in a row. And for division, use slash sign. To calculate 2 minus 3, you can simply type 2 minus sign followed by 3, and you can see minus 1 as a result. To multiply 2 by 3, you can type 2 star 3 to have 6. To calculate 2 multiplied by 3 and add 1, type 2 star sign 3 plus 1, and you have 7. If you want to calculate 2 multiplied by 3 plus 1 as a whole, type 2 star open parentheses 3 plus 1 followed by close parentheses, then you have 8. This expression means that you add 3 to 1 before you multiply by 2. To calculate 2 power of 3, 2 double star sign 3 to have 8. To calculate 3 divided by 2, 3 slash 2, so you have 1.5. In summary, you have learned about a brief introduction to Python. Install Python and getting started, including download and install, and run arithmetic operations. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe my channel if you haven't done it yet. Thumbs up if you enjoyed. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. And see you next time.